What's going on?
Sauce Twins.
Hey, if I clap, you don't.
Hey, we hitting them with the double doozy today.
Too short.
Too tall.
All right.
Happy holidays to everybody out there.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
You know what I mean?
Happy
Be happy.
Thanksgiving.
Find something to be thankful for.
Well,
There's a lot.
Hear a story of young Tucker. The old story of young Tuck around this time Thanksgiving. You know,
Tucker boy.
We still practicing, young Tucker boy, yeah. We still practicing at Thanksgiving, you know, that's just what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Go crew.
Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, gobble, gobble, gobble every day. You know, my boy D Will running around. If D Will ain't yelling gobble, gobble, I don't know what it is. I can't put a lie.
Right.
But, so, you know, it was my freshman year. I was young and dumb and live. Came in after Thanksgiving practice on Thanksgiving Day because we practice on Thanksgiving. That's just what champions do.
You did.
And I sat down and thought it was just me and my teammates in the locker room, and I yelled out, "Happy Thanksgiving! Happy MF Thanksgiving!" And Coach George, you know, he recruited me. He know my mama, my daddy, my grandma, grandpa, my sisters. He heard me. He stopped. As soon as he said it, he was standing right beside me. He said, "Now, Bryson, now what would your mom say if I told her that today?" I say, "Coach George," I say, "my mama don't need to hear this.
She don't need to hear none of that.
She don't need to hear this." But hey, happy Thanksgiving.
For real. That thing came quick, though.
It did. It's my favorite holiday, man.
Is it Thanksgiving? Favorite?
Yeah. Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. Hands down. Hands down, Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. Just been trying to reflect a little bit more about just being thankful.
Yeah, man. There's too much going on.
It's too much going on, man. It's a blessing to have another day for more opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I'm always thankful for that.
Gotta be, man. You know, so like I was saying, so many things be happening, bad things, that sometimes we forget about the good things that's happened.
Yeah.
To us.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
That those three bad things that happen don't necessarily outweigh that one good thing that happened. You know, the good outweighs the bad.
Or the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 good things that did happen that they happen and you just keep moving on. But one bad thing, it's kind of like girls. Compliment a girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Baby, you look good. Boy, stop.
Whatever. You gotta say that.
Yeah. But don't say, them shoes don't go with that.
Oh. They ain't never asking you again.
Don't be telling me what the way. I'm not. All right. It look good.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Hey, don't let my compliment just roll off your shoulder.
Like
then
it ain't nothing.
Then my criticism or the help, you just
heart.
holding it. Yeah, it stab you right in the heart.
Nah, take the positive to heart.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
That's good. Yeah, we need to start taking the positive to heart and not just the negative.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, let's get into the show, man. I know y'all seen Lamar Jackson and them Ravens.
My goodness. Is he good or what?
Let's get into that.
He better than good. If he don't win an MVP,
Let's get into that.
it's rigged.
So after the game, you know, people are talking like, man, I just cannot believe it can be this good for the Ravens this fast after what I saw from Lamar in the playoffs. And I was like, man, I can understand that, but he was like, so now general managers and upper management are looking down and they're like, this is around the league. Do we have good teachers? Because what's happening is obviously the Ravens, to be a good coach, you got to be a good teacher. Absolutely. Okay. Great teacher, whatever you know. Somebody might want to try to up me in the comments, say to be a good coach, you got to be a great teacher. All right, you get what I'm trying to say. But let's talk about that. We always talk about using the personnel that you have and maximizing it. And guess what? sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone. And Buddy basically was like, you might have to reteach yourself the things that you thought worked for other guys and you were comfortable doing. Now it's time to get uncomfortable and teach this guy how to make his assets, you know what I'm saying, do the most that they can do for the team so that they can win.
We talk about it all the time, though.
Every day.
Every day, Guys get comfortable. One system's supposed to work for everybody.
Yeah.
But it don't work like that.
Guys get lazy.
That's why you have great teams, and then you have your little average teams. Then you got your not
Bill
so good
Belichick
team.
revamped his team every week.
You have to, though. You have to accommodate to the players that you have and put them in position to win and to make plays. Let your playmakers make plays. It's that simple.
You got to change your scheme to fit your personnel. And I know a lot of times it's like, well, in the pros, you draft players that fit your scheme most of the time, But when you have a special talent, okay, you need.
That's the other thing.
Boy, just don't know how to use it. Don't recognize. Don't all of that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Redskins.
They didn't want
you
2-3 games.
You have Haskins. You know what I'm talking about, all right? Either way, right? You done drafted him first round, and he's been sitting on the bench all year behind who?
Nobody. Let me tell you something.
Why not groom him? Why not groom him and get him ready and make him ready? But it's too hard.
Because in order to be great coach, constantly got to study and try to figure out how to make yourself better by doing what? Communicating better. In order to be a great teacher, you have to be a great communicator. You cannot communicate with your guys. Things will not happen. That's all I'm saying. And that's what I'm seeing. And I'm gonna tie these in because we were just laughing about this funny video. You can obviously see 2 cops in the projects hanging out with 3 guys in the projects, and it's funny because they playing tag. The police is playing tag with some adults. You know what I'm saying? The cops set up like 10 yards or 5 yards away, and they trying to see if he take off right now, can the cop catch him? and Buddy that's running from the cops slip and fall. And they laugh and they having a good time. And my thing is, can you communicate with these guys when you really need to if you haven't built a relationship? You can't.
There's no way.
And so for me, when I look at that, and then I look at kind of like what Dez Bryant said this morning about how
I think he was pinpoint.
He feels like Garrett struggles with communicating with his African American athletes. And I think that's important. If you look at Harbaugh and how he is constantly communicating with Lamar, you see that. You see that transparency. You see that.
You see the trust.
Yes, you see that all up and down. You just see it. And if you can't communicate, you can never build trust. Okay? And it's hard to coach that. And it's hard to win like that.
You ain't gonna win. You ain't never gonna reach the goals that you have set for yourself or your team.
You're not
like that.
And
they wondering how is Lamar able to do this? Look at the upper level.
The management.
Look who's up above him. The coaches. I said, putting him in good position.
Yeah, to make plays and using the things that he's really good at and changing their offense and changing their identity, to make sure that what he can do is being maximized. That's what a good teacher does. Maximizes the student's potential. That's what I think. Think about.
Do that. That's a recipe.
Think about your best teachers. Your best teachers are able to communicate Okay? And it's hard to communicate if you struggle to relate. Then you can relate in two different ways. Sometimes you just automatically have that. You can relate automatically just from life experiences.
Right.
Other ways you relate is to communicate and to try your best to understand.
Yes, understanding.
So that's been something that we always talk. I feel like I find us talking about this stuff all the time at the facility. Mm-hmm. And just to bring up another case, have a high school athlete, pretty elite athlete, been on varsity a few years now, dual sport guy, and he came in and he was expressing some frustration about his offseason. So his offseason partner is about the same size as him, but not as strong as him by a lot. His coaches are expecting this other kid, to lift all the same weight as the elite kid, all in these 5 to 6 minute stations. They're being asked to do 4 or 5 sets of 6 at like 75-80% of their 1 rep max.
They don't know their personnel, Tuck.
But you're right. KYP, know your personnel. But the way you get to know your personnel is you listen to the athletes. So the elite guy, he basically was like, I can't tell the coaches that that he shouldn't be lifting with me. They're not going to listen. He said they're not going to listen. They're going to tell him.
My first question is, why not?
He said they won't listen. They'll make a big uproar about him being selfish, him thinking he's better than everybody. Yeah. Then I'm like, it's a safety problem. Because basically, he's saying on bench, he's curling the bar every rep. On squat,
that's piss
he's
poor.
holding the guy up while he's squatting. The kid is going
and they're
down.
allowing this.
They're walking around looking at all this, clapping their hands, yelling. He's got him, and he said he's squatting it because he got him holding his body and he's squatting it for him. But you can't communicate with the coaches because they're not wanting to relate. They feel like this intimidation factor is the way to get through.
That's the last thing that you need. You can't be trying to intimidate the guys that's supposed to be fighting for you.
Or helping you. And I'm going to keep relating this to the projects in the video. Again, police. You police the neighborhoods trying to intimidate. When you need something, when something go bad in the community and you need to communicate, it's not going to happen.
Because there ain't no trust.
Don't nobody want to talk to you. But if me and you been chopping it up, you see us having a barbecue and you don't come through and you mug us, but you get out like, hey, let me get a plate. You know we gonna give you a plate.
Right. What are your intentions?
We gonna communicate. Now something that happened and you like, man, hey, I know what happened. This is what happened. We need to stop this.
But that's because of trust and the way that you communicate. I don't know, man. We sound like
it shouldn't be that hard.
It's not though.
Shouldn't be that hard. Same thing on the team, E. It's the same thing on the team, bro.
But they make it. Why they want to make it hard? I don't know.
I feel like, do you just do what you're taught? Is that what's happening? Do people just keep duplicating what they learned or what their experiences were, so they just keep doing it?
But how far is that going to get you?
It would stop a long time ago if people was educating themselves. If you study, first of all, if you're a coach and you don't know jack about communication and you don't know jack about external and internal cues,
how are you a coach?
You don't know jack about how are you coach?
How are you a coach? How are you getting through to your players? You're not. So you're just barking at them and you wondering why they're not responding.
It's frustrating.
It is.
It's frustrating, and
But the sad thing is, it's always gonna be like this. It's always gonna be like this.
but who's going to stop? You can change your culture. You don't have to keep being the same.
But everybody is comfortable.
Bro, I
they're comfortable. They don't want to
I
get outside of that.
I had a coach lose 4 straight.
They come in and say,
Come in and say, all right, guys, same thing as last week.
"What? What?
Same thing as last week.
What does that mean? Let me know. Communicate a little better. Same thing as last week." I need a little bit more than that, coach. I need some motivation. What's going to get me up? But they don't know how to communicate. They done heard somebody else say the same thing.
Same thing as last week. I'm tripping hard. I can't do the same thing as last week.
The same thing as last week. That means next week we about to get waxed again.
Dang, bro. I don't know, man.
Everybody's comfortable, Tuck. Nobody wants to get outside of themselves or do something that's out of the ordinary. They're comfortable.
I think it's just nobody's listening, bro. Everybody's trying to just respond. Nobody's listening. And I can say I've been guilty of that, but not anymore. Because I'm trying to grow. Okay, I can be guilty of just responding. Or actually, I can be guilty of reacting and not listening so that I can respond. Because there's a difference.
Right.
And so, I don't know, man.
These coaches just got to do better. Just plain and simple.
I guess people don't want to look back and try to say, like, what they were doing was wrong. That's what it... Hey, let me tell you something right now. It's all right. I went back and watched some of our original speed videos. I was like, ooh, that wasn't right. Went back and watched some of our old stuff. I went and watched some of I'm talking about 80,000 views. Now, it wasn't just bad.
Yeah.
But it could have been better. It could have been better. Even the way I was describing the movements, I don't know.
But if you can go back and look at stuff like that,
I can admit I didn't agree.
Right. And see that there are things that were missed or shouldn't have been. You're going to fix those things when it comes back around.
Right. But when you don't, you don't.
You're going to keep doing the same thing. You're going to keep saying the same thing. Just like last week, guys. You're going to keep saying the same thing. Self-reflection.
That's huge.
But they don't want to look at self, though. That's the thing. They're not the problem.
I've heard you say that before.
They're not
They
the
don't
problem.
wanna look at self.
They don't, because it's not them. It's the guys. It's the players. It's not the coaching, Tuck. But it is.
You know
At
what?
the end of the day, it is.
You know what? When I think back, and this is when you know you got a good thing going. When I look back, every year that we lost UMHB, rather it be semifinal game right before the national championship, or we lose some random dumb game. Don't happen often.
But it'll happen every now and then.
You know what I remember going to the locker room? I remember Coach Fred, and I specifically remember Harmon saying, guys, we did not do a good job of preparing y'all. They would always blame themselves.
Yes.
But guess how we felt? We always felt like it was us.
Yes. What?
That's when you know you got a good culture, because everybody is taking responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching
Nobody
staff,
pointing the finger at the next person.
they holding responsibility. players, we like,
And we like,
man.
no, it wasn't y'all. We was out there messing up.
You know, I was in solo and my eyes was on 3, but I knew the ace receiver was over here man to man. I should have stayed at home and picked that ball off, but I slipped.
But
and
they
scored.
ain't make you feel like it was on you though. So that next week of practice?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Especially a regular season game and the playoffs, you know.
Yeah,
We was
that's
done
it.
if we lost, but
Yeah.
them few little regular season games, that next team had it coming.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Practice was hard. But everybody got to start taking responsibility. I just don't get it. But another thing that just keeps surpassing me. I know that coaches work their tails off. I'm not saying, well, sometimes I am saying that the effort is not there because the effort is in the wrong place.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't have late nights. I'm not saying you don't spend a lot of time away from your family. But I'm just saying you could be working smarter. Your energy could be going into something that's a lot more productive. Like getting to know your freaking players. Believing, really, really, truly believing in your players. I had another guy. Elite guy. Tell his coach, hey, this coming week, we got such and such. I want to follow that receiver. I want to follow him this week, coach. Y'all can do whatever, but let me follow him. Let me match up with him. I'm trying to shut him down. You know what the DB coach said? No, you're not that good. You're not that good. You just need to play within our system. Just play within our system. But within the system, we've been losing. We're losing.
He told this guy he's not that good.
He told this guy he wasn't that good. Oh, guess what we're going to do? That first, I said, I'm going to give you a quarter. That's what I'm going to say. If I'm the DB coach, I'm going to say, hey, first quarter, hey, you gonna follow him everywhere. We gonna build it. Take a little effort to do this, though.
Right.
We ain't gonna run the same thing we done ran because we playing the best team in the district right now. You gonna follow him.
That's outside of
You
them.
gonna follow him. We gonna come up with a scheme. This is what we gonna do. First quarter, we gonna check it out. Now, if you get beat for 20 plus yards, if you get an explosive play on you, what's that, over 20 yards?
Yep.
If you get an explosive play on you, we're gonna go on back to what we already know. That we've been doing every single year, every single game. It ain't like y'all rolled out something new. We know how to do this. Why not? First quarter go by, hey, we're going to keep it rocking.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, first half, coach. Hey, third quarter, we're going to keep it rocking. That's what they told him, bro.
That's crazy.
That's the kind of stuff that goes on.
And but
not making this stuff up.
But the thing about it is, this ain't just going on. I know we talk about high school football a lot, but this going on like NBA. Zach Levine.
What happened?
The Bulls are down 2+ minutes, less than 3 minutes left in the game. They down by I think like 13, maybe 10. Coach has their leading scorer on the bench. Zach come out and say it's hard to play for somebody and trust somebody that doesn't trust you. And those are facts. Your leading scorer, you got your leading scorer on the bench in crunch time. Guess what happened the next game though? Bulls are down.
Don't tell me the same scenario came back up, but we did something different.
Bulls are down. Guess who hit the 3 to win the game? Zach Levine.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't understand.
You don't do the same thing. And that's cool. You make the mistake once. Well,
that coach learned.
Yeah.
He learned from that one.
Come on now.
Come on. So it happens at every level, bro.
It does. But guess what? It ain't really a secret why there are very few greats.
Oh no.
It ain't a secret, bro. Because it's really more simple than it sounds.
Yeah. People just want to make it
people
hard.
make it seem.
They
Yeah.
just make it hard. Look, Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick run.
He's like the number one.
I'm trying to tell you.
The guys that he be getting on the squad and they still be winning.
I'm trying to tell you, he simplified all the time.
You be like, huh?
Bill will run this play 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 times back to back. You better stop it. Run it back. We're going to run it till you stop it. And we threw the ball last week, but this week, the defense that we're going up against, they secondary is the strength. And they front seven, not that strong.
So guess what we going to do?
And they struggle against the run. So we switch it.
It's not that hard.
It ain't that hard.
I'm telling I promise.
But this next week, this team right here, I know one thing. Okay, when we go with a nub on one side, we go by 3-by-1 and a nub side tight end. When this corner is the hitman over here, we can hit about 7 yards every time. Come on now.
He gonna figure it out. Simplify it.
I don't know, bro.
I don't either. I mean, it's just one of them things. It's always gonna be like this because guys are just stuck in their ways. Stuck in their ways, man.
It's sad.
What I say goes. I don't need your input. I got it figured out. I don't need any help. That's the mentality. Ego. Got a big ego.
Yes.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Ego.
Hey, look. Anytime we have these kind of conversations, man, look. Don't think we don't be talking to our kids like this. We be on them too. Okay? But what happens with this show is I know we get a lot of coaches that watch. Mm-hmm. We get a lot of people that are in positions to where they can make some changes. So if it rubbed you the wrong way, maybe you should just self-reflect, make a change for the better.
And if you ain't growing, listen to the outside noise.
Yeah, listen to it a little bit, especially if you're losing.
That'd be irking me.
No, especially if you're losing. But guess what? If you win, you can still be better.
Yes. But the losing part gets me.
Yeah.
How you losing and then you still doing the same thing?
Losing, but don't want no help on changing the culture. Boy, I just.
Boy, I ain't even gonna get on this.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's amazing, but that's ego though.
That's all it is.
That's ego. What else is it? Your ego stands in a way when you offer 2 years and offer, and somebody asks you about growing your culture or changing your culture, and you respond, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Well, that stuff that you was doing 20 years ago is not working right now.
Look at the game.
So,
the way to communicate.
I don't know, man.
Come on, y'all. Let's do better.
Anyways,
hey, #AssSauceTwins.
Subscribe to the station.
Like, share, do all your due diligence. Get that word out there.
Have a happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
What will you sacrifice to be great?